seasons are changing, and it's time to discover your metro parks naturally. Here are your hosts for outdoor adventure and discovery, Karina Nova and Jeff Hogan.
The outdoors is just part of the mission of your metro parks, providing great parks and natural areas for people to discover. Hello, I'm 10 TV's Karina Nova.
And I'm 10 TV's Jeff Hogan. And you know, for the past 70 years, your metro parks have provided beautiful places for all of us to enjoy. And over the next half hour, Karina and I are going to give you an inside look at everything your parks have to offer.
We have so much to cover in our program. Karina will go on a hunt for some of the largest trees in the state of Ohio, plus take a fun bike ride on the Alum Creek Greenway in Three Creeks Metro Park. We'll look at how the Metro Parks takes care of these great gems and find out how people get the most out of their visits to our Metro Parks. We'll also take a look at some fun stuff for kids, plus I'll help us keep cool with a wild winter ride on a fat tire mountain biking adventure.
Metro Parks has lots of ways for adults to enjoy the parks, but the young ones need room to roam and play as well, and that's why your parks have natural play areas set aside just for the kids to explore and wander about in the woods.
The best part of natural play is that there are no rules when playing outdoors. Just let your feet and your imagination lead the way.
The easiest thing to do is put them in the car, get them on the bikes, do whatever you got to, but get them to a park. That's the beauty of kids. You don't need to guide them. They'll figure out where they're going. And as a parent, just follow them and see where they take you.
This natural play area has more benefits than you may realize. Research shows getting out into nature is a motivational twofer, so to speak. The American Heart Association says an hour of regular exercise can add 2 hours to your life, and fresh air and sunshine can boost your mood.
You see all the wildlife and all the creatures while you're playing, so you're like basically in their habitat. So it's pretty cool.
And Metro Parks makes it easy to get kids connected to outdoor fun.
Metro Parks over the past several years has made great strides in getting areas to where kids and parents alike feel comfortable getting out in the woods. And it just makes it a clean, safe environment for them to feel good about getting dirty, flipping rocks, seeing what kind of bug lives under what rock.
So after you're done flipping all those rocks and hunting for bugs, what you may find is hidden in all those activities was a good bit of exercise for the day.
Spending time in a Metro Park is a great way for kids to discover the outdoors and burn off some energy without even realizing exercise is also fun.
Since 1945, the Metro Parks have protected thousands of critters and their habitats. Restoring and burning prairies are two of the many ways Metro Parks helps animals thrive. We visited Battelle-Darby Creek Metro Park for more on this very hot topic.
The Metro Parks are comprised of many different types of habitats. Taking care of all of them presents different challenges. Prairies are one habitat that require using fire to keep them healthy. Today's controlled burn is the wetland prairie at Battelle-Darby Creek Metro Park. This management technique will benefit the plants and animals in the habitat.
As we look at restoring our natural environments and particularly our prairies out here at Battelle-Darby Creek and Prairie Oaks and the Darby Plains restoration, fire was a part of that natural environment prior to settlement. And so as we look at managing those species, they're species that evolved in that fire regime type of ecosystem. And so we try to mimic that the best we can and kind of guide and manage these areas with a fire program out here as just a part of the management that we do it.
The process takes a lot of personnel and coordination to keep the controlled burn well managed. They're monitoring wind speed, direction, humidity, creating fire breaks, using water trucks, and an experienced crew. That's all a part of keeping everyone safe and the fire under control.
Well, this is how we create a controlled burn, because we're working with the wind, but we're going against it. So it's creating this big black line that'll keep the fire from burning anything else than what we want it to burn. So once we light the head fire, all it can do is burn what's left, and once it gets the black, it puts itself out. So we don't actually have to put out a head fire. It puts itself out.
The rewards of this effort will be revealed as the seasons change, creating a beautiful and revitalized prairie for plants, animals, and park visitors alike.
Biking in your Metro Parks, it's not just a fair weather activity. I tried it in February in fresh snow on a fat tire mountain bike. And let me tell you, a tour through one of these parks in the dead of winter makes for one wild ride.
A new craze has taken hold for fans of mountain biking, and these daredevils are turning their favorite pastime into a four-season sport. Their fat tire bikes make snow riding possible. I went to Chestnut Ridge Metro Park a few months ago to get in on the fun. Our intrepid crew included diehard mountain bikers from Combo, the Central Ohio mountain biking organization.
Have you ever seen anything like this? Riding bikes in the snow in a metro park? This is great stuff, man. This is making use of the wintertime in the metro parks for sure.
These bikes make all the difference in navigating this terrain.
Well, the fat tires definitely make it a lot easier. You get a little more float on it, so you're not sinking in as much, but you just get better traction. So you got a 4-inch tread rather than a 2-inch tread, so you can take some of the corners and you're not going to slide out as easily as you are with a normal mountain bike.
And a beautiful day in a metro park is motivation enough to endure this winter workout.
I mean, we love coming out here. We love it when it snows 3, 4, 5 inches and getting out here, and it's definitely tougher. It's probably twice as much effort as what it is in the summer.
This fat tire bike ride guarantees a good workout.
I mean, we got a pretty good workout. I mean, I'm sweating and, panting hard, and it's difficult.
But the scenery here at Chestnut Ridge Metro Park makes all the hard work worth the effort. Winter and summer mountain biking provides a unique experience just waiting for you in your metro parks.
Park visitors have their favorite ways of enjoying time in their metro parks. And we met two ladies who spend hours on these trails, encouraging each other to go for the gold.
Beth Canfield and Lilia Jimenez have a special connection to the metro parks. These two long-distance runners spend 5 days a week training for long-distance races. The parks provide the perfect place for them to get in their training miles.
It's a great way to relax. Even though you're running, it feels less stressful because just hearing the birds and the nature sounds and not having to deal with the chaotic traffic.
I feel safe. The staff there, very friendly and encouraging along the way. Occasionally as they pass us, they'll give us a cheer because they know us.
And running together helps them to stay competitive.
It's great to have somebody encourage you to come out and do the runs, because if it was left up to me, there might be days where I might decide not to run. But we run, rain, snow, shine, we're out here. Another great thing about the parks too is they're always open.
Beth and Lilia have run the Columbus Marathon, and Lilia recently ran the Boston Marathon. She credits the parks for helping her cross the finish line.
I primarily use Blendon Woods, and Blendon has a set of stairs and it's got a couple of hills. So I think that the fact that it gives us an opportunity to train in those conditions really prepared me for some of the hills in Boston.
They spend so much time in the parks that they have established relationships with park staff and have even donated a park bench to Blendon Woods Metro Park. Beth and Lilia are definitely on the fast track to fun and fitness in the metro parks.
Now, you don't have to go at a marathoner's pace to enjoy your metro parks. You can take it easy and relax. In fact, we met up with a family who just loves to cast the day away.
Taking it easy is a great way to enjoy your metro parks. Jessica Walters loves to spend time with her family at Heron Pond.
We bring the kids out. This is my little cousin. Bring them out and let them play at the playground. It's so relaxing. If you got a day off, it's the place to be. I'm fishing.
Jessica says she values what the parks have to offer to visitors.
It's a place that you can take family. It's nice and clean. Space is open and beautiful. It's priceless.
Well, that looks like a fun way to spend the day. After all, getting out into the parks, isn't that what it's all about?
Hey, Jeff, when we come back, I'm going to go looking for giants in the forest and go on a fun bike ride on a beautiful trail.
I'll bet you didn't know there are giants in this forest. Yeah, it's true, there are, but don't take it from me. You'll have to find out for yourself. Karina went on an adventure with some forestry experts to hunt down these elusive green monsters.
Your metro parks are home to many types of ecosystems. The most popular ecosystems are the forests in the parks. But did you know there are giants in the forests? The giants are the huge trees cared for by the staff of the Metro Parks. Andrew Boos is a Metro Parks forest ecologist, and he takes great pride in caring for the forest lands within the Metro Parks. Locating the giants is part of Andrew's job. I joined the Metro Parks staff in Clear Creek Metro Park in search of the largest tree in the state of Ohio.
We're here looking at this red oak tree, and we realize that this is a very large tree even for Clear Creek and very large for the state of Ohio.
You can get a feel for how big this tree really is when you get close up to it. It measures 16 feet around, but you also want to look up because it's really tall too.
I am measuring the height of the tree with the clinometer. It comes to 149.5 feet tall. A tree that big is kind of an anomaly in Ohio. Generally, they don't get that big. They fall over or they die. They have diseases.
The giant oak tree was not a state record breaker, but it is the tallest red oak in Ohio. Closer to home in High Banks Metro Park is the national champion sycamore tree. It's the largest sycamore tree in the United States.
We figure it's probably in excess of 500 years old. It was no doubt a great lookout for the indigenous people, for other tribes and other people coming down the Olentangy River.
This massive tree has survived lightning, disease, and the axe and saw, and its survival makes it a very rare giant.
Million seeds are created by trees almost every year. This seed obviously came from a tree that might have been 500 years old, so it might go back 1,000 years, the parent of this tree, added to the age of this tree. Not all trees get this big. It's actually very rare. It's a very rare thing to have a tree get this large of any species. So this one has won the tree lottery, and we're happy to have it here in the Metro Parks as a national champion.
Metro Parks has more than 200 miles of hiking, biking, and riding trails. And riding your bike is a great way to connect with nature. I joined Metro Parks Executive Director Tim Maloney for a fun ride through Three Creeks Metro Park.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things down here at Three Creeks is how many times you get to cross the water, and even if you don't want to get off your bike, you get to see things like this.
At Three Creeks Metro Park, the name says it all. It's where Alum Creek, Big Walnut, and Black Lake Creek all join. Weaving over the creeks and throughout the park are 18 miles of bike trails.
Most of our trails here are relatively flat, so the inexperienced biker is going to have a great day, but the trail system is so extensive. If you're a more advanced biker, you're going to find things here that you're not going to find in other parts of Central Ohio.
The trails here extend to 3 Metro Parks, to Reynoldsburg, Westerville, and Groveport.
It's an easy drive. It's right off of 270. So we get people who ride their bikes here through the Greenway system. They might come as far as from Westerville, but we also see people bringing them in the back of their cars or on racks on their cars, and they just spend the day riding their bike around.
One of the best parts about biking these trails at Three Creeks is that you can slow down and enjoy the wildlife all around you.
Real good spot. This bridge here over Big Walnut to see the turtles basking. You know, if you're having a lucky day, you'll even see some of our beaver that live here.
Good place to see birds?
Great place to see birds. In fact, Three Creeks is one of our parks that has a resident eagle population.
For kids, seeing a beaver or an eagle could be a big day of discovery. And for the kiddos who still need to discover riding around on 2 wheels, Assistant Park Manager Robin Blair says this is the perfect place to do it.
I rather see the families out here on the trails than in your neighborhood when you have speeding cars. I'm a mother myself, so I like to bring my kids out here and they get to enjoy nature as well.
Enjoying nature could mean making a day-long adventure with a family to canoe, fish, or just sit outside with a packed lunch.
When we come back, we'll take a look at how the Metro Parks takes care of all the living creatures in the parks, plus meet some ladies who are looking for a competitive edge.
And you can find out what programs are being offered or shelters you can reserve in your Metro Parks by connecting to metroparks.net for all the information you need. We'll be right back.
People enjoy the Metro Parks for many reasons, and some folks come here to challenge themselves to do their very best.
The ladies cross-country team at the Olentangy High School take their running seriously. That's why they train as much as possible at High Banks Metro Park.
Usually we're more prepared than other teams running here just because of the land and the way it's plotted out, and knowing how long each trail is and the distance between each, and knowing that we need to go up certain things and down certain things, in which that the ground that we run on is going to be the same as the course. And I think that's an advantage over other schools that can't go places like this.
These athletes are looking for a competitive edge.
We like to come here to train mainly because we have tons of hills. There's a lot of elevation that you can run on to really help train for some of the longer races, especially one of the more difficult races. You run on golf courses. You need something that has trails with hills, with different sort of surfaces, so it's really helpful to train here rather than just a regular pavement.
And training in nature helps to take your mind off the hard work.
I think just like being able to be here and have like a different scenery every turn you take is really cool, because it just adds a whole new aspect to the training in nature.
Coach Dwight DeWeese feels the park is a perfect place to train.
It's a fantastic facility. We feel safe here. The Rangers do a great job of watching out here at the park and keeping an eye on things. The girls love it. I mean, they prefer to run here as opposed to running at the school or running at some of the other locations. And be able to run here and be able to be in the trees and get in the shade and just enjoy everything that this park has to offer is amazing.
These ladies hope all of these intense workouts will net positive results at their cross-country meets.
We're an up-and-coming team, definitely. I think we're gonna see great things from us in the future, and I think it's gonna be really good next year.
With their dedication to training, these young athletes are on the right track.
The Metro Parks staff also maintains the physical features in the parks, like the wetlands, the streams, and the prairies.
With over 27,000 acres of land in the Metro Park system, there's a lot of work to provide the best habitats possible for the 2,400 plus species of plants and animals in the Metro Parks.
Our job is to manage these forests to keep them diverse, keep the wildlife diverse, keep the tree species diverse, make them safe for people to walk in. The park visitors like to come walk in the trees. So it's come full circle now to our responsibility to keep these forests as healthy as we possibly can.
From stream restorations to creating wetlands and controlled burns, years of dedicated work make these parks gems for all to enjoy.
And to see the success that we've had, we're seeing things that even I didn't think we would see in the park district. I'd never thought we would see bald eagles nesting in our park district. A lot of times when you see something disappear, you never know if you're going to see it come back again. So it's been very satisfying to see these things reestablish themselves and new species come into our park district that even historically may not have used the Metro Park areas prior to settlement.
Metro Parks conducts annual wildlife surveys to determine what conservation actions will best protect the animals and their natural habitats.
Taking care of the parks is job one for the Metro Park staff, and managing the parklands is critical to protecting the species within the parks.
Our resource management goal is to have the most diversity of species possible, so that's the most number of native plants and animals that we can have here. So knowing what's here is vital.
This is one thing that
our surveys are critical in that they keep us abreast of what is happening in the parks and where our species are. We can see when new species come in or when we lose a species, and then that can help us start asking those questions why and help maybe adjust our management. So it's all part of that program to keep the wildlife healthy, keep the parks healthy.
Carrie and her co-workers travel within the park system to survey wildlife like butterflies, bats, birds, fish, amphibians, and many other species within the park. And like all Metro Park staff, she is passionate about her work in the parks.
We're here to protect nature, natural history. This is part of our human history as well. We came from this, so this is very important to be a steward of the land. And that's what Metro Parks is here for. That's what our founding folks wanted to do. They wanted to bring nature to people, and they wanted to preserve it for the future. We have to keep it and protect it and promote it.
When we come back, we'll show you how to maximize your fun in your Metro Parks.
Nice throw.
Thank you.
And we'll get you connected to all of the programs offered here at the Metro Parks. We'll be right back. Oh, good one. It was on there. Central Ohio is so fortunate to have 18 Metro Parks, and now is the perfect time to get out and visit one of those Metro Parks.
I get out into the Metro Parks often, and my visits really lift my spirit. Picnics, hiking, and cycling are perfect ways to enjoy the parks. Metro Parks Executive Director Tim Maloney hopes that parents will get their children to the parks as a destination for active play.
How do you want kids to interact at the Metro Parks? Because I know you have children, so it's important for you to get the kids out and explore.
Any way we can get children out to our parks, we're willing to do. All I do is encourage parents to open up the back door and let them experience nature. Once you get to the Metro Parks, everything's here and ready for you. Whether it's a playground unit, whether it's a pond to go skip rocks at, whether it's a trail to go hiking, or getting out there and getting muddy and getting dirty and finding the things that you really don't see in your backyard.
How would you encourage people who don't visit the Metro Parks to come out and discover?
Give us one opportunity. Get in your car, get on your bike, jump on a bus, head to the closest park. I promise you a life-changing moment.
To find out about programs in your Metro Parks, just go to metroparks.net and click on Programs and Activities. Your parks are the perfect destination for family fun and adventure. And remember, it's all free.
Do you want to discover an easy way to spend more time in the Metro Parks? Just volunteer. Volunteers are the backbone of the parks, and they devote their time and talents to make your visits more memorable. Chachi Kent volunteers at Inniswood Metro Gardens to share her love for gardening.
I adore working here. People are very, very friendly. There's a lot to learn, and it's always an adventure. Every single season, there's something to see here. It's magical.
If you'd like to donate your time, go to metroparks.net to begin your adventure. Your Metro Parks are here for you to enjoy, so visit a park, take part in a program, or just picnic with family and friends.
There's a Metro Park close to you, so get out, get active, and get into a park. They'll take good care of you, and remember, your visit is always free.
That's right. Take the time to discover your parks naturally. From all of us here at 10 TV and the wonderful folks at the Metro Parks, goodbye.
We'll see you next time.